Today I'm going to teach you a 1-2-3 swing, and it's going to help you tremendously to improve your ball striking ability and to get yourself through some easy positions in the golf swing. I'm a big position teacher. It's a great way to teach. It gets you to a golf swing that you can hit the ball with much better, much faster. So the first thing we're going to do is get into a good setup position, but I'm going to trust that you can get yourself into a good position, get your hands on the club good, get your feet positioned properly. So I'm not going to talk to you today about setup. We're going to talk about the actual swing. So the first thing that I'm going to work on with Jacob Barrow, and Jacob is my assistant this year. He also went to the University of Houston like I did, a tremendous player. So position 1 is going to be halfway back. And we use numbers when we teach. And this is actually step 2 in the 8-step swing, but we're going to call it 1 today because it doesn't matter. It's just a number. When Jacob gets the club to the halfway back position, we're going to look at a few things here. Number 1, if the club is pointed directly or the shaft is pointed directly down your target line, we're in great shape. But we know from watching the best players in the world, there is no perfect position. The club can be online, it can be a little bit outside your hands on the backswing, or it can be a little bit inside. So there's a pretty big safety zone here. Now, when you go to halfway back, we're also going to look at the club face. So he's got the club right here, probably in the max position as far as open. This would be a toe-up position. Most tour players or better players have it a little bit down, and some have it quite a bit down. Now, if you're having trouble drawing the ball, I would suggest that you got this face a little more down, which also makes that left wrist a little more flexed or slightly bowed that you can see right here. And the club's a little bit behind his hands. So that would be for all of you that need to draw the ball. You're having trouble hooking the golf ball or hitting the ball out to the right. This would be great to get you started. But halfway back, straight down the line, this is where we started with. That's kind of like the primo model position. But we know that some guys are on the outside, some are on the inside, some girls are on the outside, some girls are on the inside. But we are looking for just a nice left arm, not too much with the legs right yet. The shoulders and the arms, the triangle here, that's taking the club away. So let's go back to address. You just take it away a couple times halfway back so they can watch what's happening. And then your job, like Jacob is doing right here, is to look at it. Now, one thing you can do is put a alignment rod on the ground out at your target line and see if it's lining up. So that would be good. So he's got it a little bit on the outside. That's fine. It could be a little more inside or a little more inside than that. Somewhere right in there. And that's going to put us in great shape. But you'll notice that it's the upper body using the shoulders and the arms taking the club away. And in this portion of the swing, hitting an iron, there's just going to be the slightest of move in the legs. Very little, but maybe a little weight shift is okay. Now, if you do too much and you slide your body out too much, that's going to be a problem. And also, you can use the sun, if you've got the sun out, to see if your head's moving too much. Now, if I'm looking here with Jacob's head, it's not going to move too much in this halfway back position. A little bit, fine. An inch or so, yeah, that's okay. But basically, this is just a smooth move to the halfway back position. So that's number 1. Now, the next position we're going to practice, once we've kind of accomplished that, this might take you 3 or 4 minutes on the range, would be to go to the 3/4 position back. So Jacob's got a really straight left arm. This can be bent a little bit. So that's no problem. I don't want you to be tense. If it's a straight left arm, great. But a little bent left arm's great too. It's fine. You'll notice his right elbow starts to break a little bit at this position. So let's go back to the position 2, which would be up here. This can be a little more relaxed. Good. Let's do it again. So when he does this, he'll look and see how he's doing. Now, another thing that I'm going to look at in this number 2 position, 1, 2, is getting the shaft up. Getting the shaft up. I don't want to see this shaft too low here, which a lot of people do coming to our golf schools. They get this shaft too low at this position. It's going around their body. The face might also get open, and then on their downswing they go the other way. So we call this shaft tip over in the golf swing, which is a real death move. We don't want that. So if that club goes up here in the backswing, go up even more, that's going to be good. And then we also look at this club face. So when the camera's right there, you want to see where that club face is starting to look a little more at you. I don't want to see this, where the back of the club is looking at you. That would be great for hitting a bunker shot. That is not great for hitting a ripping golf shot out on the golf course. So we want to be able to see a little more of the club face right there, like that. And that also gets this boy, the left wrist, in a flat position. Some guys and girls have it even a little bit more. So that's in a very strong position. You could say a closed position, a hook position. But now we've got the club going up in the backswing. So again, this has taken us, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes now. Let's go back to address. So from your address position, let's go 1, 2. Let's do it again. Yeah, there you go. So we'll get it up a little more on this one. 1, 2. Again. A little bend in the left arm this time. 1, 2. Okay, back again. So address position, we're going to skip number 1. We're just going to go to 2. Okay, Jake. So there, we just skipped a position. We went just to number 2. All right, now, next position we're going to do is finish position. So when you go through the shot, so he does this beautifully because he's a very good player, but a lot of you are not going to do this so great. I want you all the way up on the right toe. I want the knees pretty close together. I want your belt going at the target, eyes going at the target, and the club shaft goes pretty much through your ears. It could go down a little more if you actually finish a little more like this, more relaxed. It can be somewhere here. So we get a lot of range to go in here, but somewhere right here. We don't want this kind of left elbow going up. That's going to show a massive block going through, a chicken wing, and that's your elbows splaying apart as you go through. So let's go back to address and just go to finish position. Again, finish position. Great. Now let's go to 1, finish position, which is 3. Okay, do it again. 1, finish position. Beautiful. Again. 1. Now, check everything. How's 1 look? Finish. Hold. And then one of the things you can add to this finish position is you hold it for like 1 second, and then you bring the club down, and that's called a rebound or a reflex action. And that's part of the finish where you're now watching your ball go to the target. Okay, so now let's add on. We'll go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, check. 2, check. 3. Okay, let's hit a ball. We're just going to go 1, 2, and stop. 1, 2, go. Okay, not too bad. Let's try it again. So that was his first swing here in a little while. He hit a couple before, but it's very important that you put this ball on a tee when you first start here. So it's also hard when you actually stop. So if I just have him go 1, 2, swing, it'll be easier. But I'm going to have him go stop again. 1, 2, go. Great. So there's a perfect golf shot right there. Now, let's put another one on there. This time, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, no stops. Oh, no, go back and just hit it. Just go to position 2 and 3. Hit it. And then rebound. So there you have it. That's a little way that you can practice it. I've done this for decades with players. From a good setup position, we didn't talk about that today. you practice your halfway back position. There's very little happening here, not much happening at all. You're going to go to this position. It's almost like a handshake back, although the hand might be slightly down or a little down. Never this way, never palm up. That's your club face. Then you go to position 2 and through to the finish. 1, 2, 3. You do those and your swing's going to get a lot better.